Mary McNeight here with Service Dog Academy and Diabetic Alert Dog University. I'm sure you're wondering why in the world am I chewing gum in the middle of Medical Alert Dog Monday video. Well, the reason why is not because you need to get your dog used to you chewing gum. It's because what chewing gum is useful for, and that is adjusting your ears in air pressure changes. So we're going to be talking about flying today here in the Medical Alert Dog Monday question. And you got to get your dog used to air pressure changes that happen when you're going up and down in an elevator, or when you're, say, trapped on an airplane with your service dog for the first time. My recommendation is to not have your dog experience his first air pressure change on an airplane traveling at 30,000 feet in the air. You want your dog to have that first air pressure experience in a controlled environment, preferably maybe in an elevator that goes up and down really quickly, or you can go to, say, a mountainous area and drive down a hill really quickly. And that will be a great way to get your dog used to the air pressure changes that could happen on an airplane. So Cindy actually has our question of the week. She asked, how do we fly to your class if it's too far to drive with our dog? Does the dog have to fly cargo since they are not yet a service dog? You know what, that's a really good question, and because it's not only relevant for you traveling to my classes, but since there are only a handful of us highly experienced diabetic alert dog trainers and medical alert dog trainers in the country, this is something that's going to happen to anyone who travels to a medical alert dog class or medical alert dog services inside the United States. So I'm glad you asked this question. So this question actually has two different answers to it. So the first is, unfortunately, yes, your dog does not technically meet the criteria of a service dog yet, and it is not eligible to fly in the cabin for free the way a task trained certified service dog would. However, what you may not know is that pets are able to travel in the cabin if their owners pay an additional pet travel fee. And this fee can be as little as an additional $100 to your ticket costs, and that will allow the dog to travel in the cabin with you. The second part of the answer of this question is, what you may not have considered is that prior to the start of the class, you're going to get 4 weeks worth of online homework to do. So I'm not guaranteeing this, but it's happened to some of our students, and it is quite possible that your dog may start to alert prior to the start of the class, which means prior to you traveling. An alert prior to the class, in combination with the training that you've been doing, technically makes your dog a task-trained service dog under federal law. And you have access rights at that point to your dog being on an airplane. What happens if you don't get an alert prior to the start of the class? Good question. So what these airline attendants are actually trying to prevent is people trying to pass off their pet dogs as a service dog. It's a very big problem, and it's a common issue in the airline industry. So what I have found is that the documentation of your enrollment in the class, in combination with a health certificate that you're going to get from your vet prior to leaving, a letter from me stating that you're coming to our location for training, in combination with your dog having a vest on him saying he is a service dog in training, in combination with a letter from your doctor stating that you are prescribed the use of a medical alert dog, and documentation of the training that you have done prior to the start of the class, in 100% of the cases so far has been enough to convince every single airline that we've worked with so far, and every single situation that we've had so far has been enough to convince them that, this is a dog that is training for service work, that is not a person trying to pass their pet dog off as a service dog to try and get their dog on an airplane for free. What we found is frequently giving an airline attendant that much information is enough to show them that you are serious about this. Does it suck that you're not guaranteed access to the cabin with your dog if your dog is currently just a service dog in training? Yeah, it does. But a lot of airlines have been incredibly accommodating and kind of understand the need that you need to actually go and get training for your dog, and that you've paid this amount of money to go get training for your dog. So, I wouldn't worry about it too much, in all honesty. So what's your opinion? What do you think of the airline standard practices and procedures that could technically prevent your service dog in training getting the training it so desperately needs. Do you think the FAA needs to change their laws to allow access to service dogs in training? I don't know. Leave your comment below this video and we'll see what kind of discussion happens. Maybe we can actually change the law. Be sure to share this video with your friends and also to subscribe to our YouTube channel and add yourself to our email list so you can be the first one to be notified when a new video is posted. Do you have a question about purchasing or training a medical alert dog? If so, you can email me at questions@servicedogacademy.com and I will try to answer them in our next Medical Alert Dog Monday YouTube video. Just FYI, registration for the Iowa Medical Alert Dog class actually ends this Thursday. And what you may not know is that there are actually now scholarships that are available for this class, for attendance in this class if you have diabetes. We are actually working with a local diabetes support group in the area, and in your email that you should have gotten with this video, you'll have information on how to contact them and apply for a scholarship through them. For more information about a scholarship for just the Iowa class, remember, please email me at info@servicedogacademy.com or go to the website at servicedogacademy.com or diabeticalertdoguniversity.com for more information. I just want to remind you that you can train your own medical alert dog. All it really requires is a dog with the right temperament, time, patience, and working with the right experienced trainer. I'm looking forward to helping you in the coming weeks train your own dog to save your life. See you next week. I hope you guys realize what I do for you to make these videos. This gum expired in 2011. It is nasty. It is now 2015. That is 4-year-old gum. Ugh. Wait, is it 4? 11, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 4-year-old gum.